Hello, my dear dreamers. Are you ready to float into a world of magic, kindness, and a little bit of fairy dust? Tonight, we're going to listen to one of the most beloved stories of all time. So snuggle under your blankets, hug your favorite pillow, and let your eyes grow soft as we journey into the tale of Cinderella. In a grand house, there lived a kind and gentle girl. But her life was not grand at all. After her dear father passed away, she was left with her stepmother and two stepsisters. They were not kind. They gave her ragged clothes to wear and forced her to work from dawn till dusk, cleaning, cooking, and sweeping the ashes from the fireplace, because she was always dusty from the cinders. They mockingly called her Cinderella. Despite her hardships, Cinderella never let her heart grow bitter. She found friends in the little mice and birds who lived in the old house, and she always dreamed of a happier life. She would often sing while she worked, her voice a sweet sound in the gloomy house. One day, exciting news swept through the kingdom. The king was throwing a magnificent ball at the palace, and every young lady in the land was invited. The prince himself would be there, hoping to find someone special to marry. Cinderella's stepsisters squealed with delight. "I shall wear my finest gown," cried one. "The prince will surely dance with me," cried the other. They ordered Cinderella to help them prepare, stitching dresses and curling hair. Cinderella bravely asked her stepmother, "May I go to the ball too?" Her stepmother sneered, "You go to the ball? A ragged cinder girl. You have nothing to wear and no way to get there." Heartbroken, Cinderella watched as the carriage carried her stepfamily away to the palace, leaving her alone in the silent house. As she sat by the hearth, a tear rolled down her cheek. But then, in a shimmer of light, the air began to sparkle. A warm, kind woman with a shining wand appeared. "Don't cry, my dear," she said. "I am your fairy godmother, and you shall go to the ball." With a wave of her wand, Bibi, a pumpkin from the garden, rolled forth and transformed into a glorious golden coach. The mice became fine white horses, and a plump old horse became a jolly coachman. Then, the fairy godmother touched Cinderella's rags, and they became a breathtaking gown, as blue as the midnight sky, and on her feet appeared the most delicate glass slippers. "Now, off you go," said the fairy godmother. "But remember, the magic lasts only until midnight. When the clock strikes 12, everything will return to how it was." Cinderella arrived at the palace. When she entered the ballroom, everyone fell silent. Who was this beautiful, mysterious princess? The prince was captivated. He asked her to dance, and they spent the entire evening together, talking and twirling under the sparkling chandelier. For Cinderella, it was a dream come true. Cinderella was so happy, she lost track of time. Suddenly, she heard the first stroke of midnight. Bong! "Oh," she gasped, remembering the warning. "I must go." She pulled away from the prince and fled down the grand staircase. In her hurry, one of her glass slippers slipped off her foot, but she couldn't stop to get it. Bong! Bong! As she rushed out of the palace and into her coach, the final stroke of 12 rang out. Bong! The magic vanished. The coach became a pumpkin, the horses became mice, and Cinderella was back in her rags. With only one glass slipper left as proof of her magical night, the prince was determined to find her. The next day, he sent his Grand Duke throughout the kingdom with one mission: to find the girl whose foot fit the delicate glass slipper. They went to every house, including Cinderella's. The stepsisters tried with all their might to squeeze their feet into the slipper, pushing and straining, but it was no use. Their feet were much too big. The Duke asked, "Are there any other young ladies in this house?" The stepmother said, "No, none at all." But just then, Cinderella's voice, clear and gentle, came from the stairway. "May I try?" The stepmother tried to object, but the Duke allowed it. Cinderella sat down. She slipped her foot into the glass slipper, and it fit perfectly. It was as if it was made just for her. Then, from her pocket, she pulled out the other slipper. The Duke's eyes widened with joy. The prince was overjoyed to find his true love. He asked Cinderella to marry him, and she said yes, with a heart full of happiness. They were married in a glorious wedding. And Cinderella, with her gentle heart, even forgave her. She moved to the palace, where she and the prince ruled with kindness and lived happily ever after. And so, dear dreamers, this story reminds us that no matter how dark things seem, kindness and hope have their own magic. And sometimes, when you least expect it, wonderful things can happen. May your dreams be filled with kindness, magic, and glass slippers that fit just right. Good night, sleep tight, and sweet dreams.